Hi there, this is Bridget from the PlannerSpeechie, and today I'm going to be planning in my Sadie Stickers vertical planner for the week of August 21st through the 27th, 2023. So I am using a kit that I printed myself from the Planner Shack on Etsy. I will link it down below. The materials I used to print this included my inkjet color printer, my labels, and a Silhouette Portrait 3 to cut the stickers. So I will try to remember to link all those products down below, because I do think, like, if you have all of the tools to do this, buying the digital art and printing it yourself is a huge game changer and saves a lot of money. However, you have to be willing to use those tools consistently. Otherwise, the money is not well spent. So this is a kit called Cat Lover. It is so cute. I just love the art in this. I thought it was very different. Now, for those who've been following my channel for a little bit, we did just adopt 3 cats, 2 kittens and a mama cat. But the mama's only about a little over a year old, and the kittens at this point in time, I think were just over 13 weeks. So really, really tiny. My cats don't look like this. I have 1 black cat, 1 orange and white cat, and 1 calico. So, like, I don't have any gray tabbies as of right now, but I just thought the art was really cute anyway, and I love the color scheme. So these are the 4 full boxes. Um, this is the washi and a separate little full box who looks just like my Scooty. Um, this kit came with a lot more pages. I did not print all of them. I just printed the things I thought I would use. So we have some full boxes and then some patterned full boxes that you can color block with these. I might do that this time. I've got 4 different glitter headers and functional headers here, which I thought was really cute. Lots more functional stuff, probably a lot more than I need. Some checklists and some additional decorative headers, some really cute little movie night type things. These are water trackers, weekend, date dots, little icons, and this is some extra washi that can go with the washi, like these are solid strips. And then last but not least, this is the deco that came with the kit. This is just so cute, and I just loved all the little things, especially how functional it is because it has a cat tree and dish bowls and litter. These are things I can actively use. So very excited for this. If you watched my sticker haul, this is a foiled bundle that I got from Caress Press called Cheetah in silver. Let's take a look. I haven't actually looked at all of these pages yet because getting them in and out of these little plastic things is impossible. So now I can't get rid of that. So here are the full boxes. These are cute for doubles. And then, okay, I see we've got some foiled headers here, some washi strips with bows, some really pretty foiled stickers, date dots, and icons here. These are really, really cute. Okay, so I'm going to be using this with this. I also have some additional silver foiled stuff, some Sadie stickers things, something from Charlotte's Paper Co. that had cats on it that I thought would be cute. And then this crafty banana, this I got. This is because this is the first week, full week back at school. So bear with me because I'm using sort of a new to me kit format with a new to me foil bundle. So this might take a little while, but I'm definitely excited to see how this all comes out. Okay. All right. Thanks so much and stay tuned. I'm going to speed things up and come back in voiceover.
All right, guys, welcome back. Thanks so much for tuning in again. This was really fun to put together. I had such a blast using all the foil sheets and having everything in one go. I was really proud of myself that I was able to cut these stickers and get them right because I had actually attempted a couple weeks earlier to get them appropriate, which is why some of these videos are so delayed, because I just couldn't cut them at any other point. I thought this washi was really cute. It has little mice on it in teal and white. I ended up putting some of the cheetah washi on the bottom of that, and I think that actually looks really cute because that means you can see the white mice going in the direction at the top. And this is, you know, a format where it doesn't go all the way to the end, which is kind of, I think, an older format. It matches the Erin Condren planners. And this one was another planner where I should have trimmed the bottom of these before I put it down because it was too long. So I ended up just putting that really cute little cheetah pattern on top of it, but it looks really good. So my next move was to put down all of the date dots, or the dates, not the date dots. And I kind of wish that I had laid the top washi down first and then put these down. Oh, I struggled with this for a while. So there are many pros to printing your own planner stickers, the biggest one being the price. You save a ton of money by printing it yourself. The only caveat is that you are then dependent on your own machines to work and work well. So sometimes I will set everything correctly and the scan will go through and I will cut everything, and there are just times when the cut is not perfect and it doesn't completely release from the sticker paper. So in order to get it off, you have to peel back both things. And so you can see me struggling with this for a while because I did not have sharp nails and I was trying really hard to just get it. So finally I got it. And then, yeah, I eventually stopped and started the video. So I should have laid this washi down first. This was really cute. It looks like almost like 90s Littlest Pet Shop paw prints for those of you who are older like me and remember what those look like. We're talking 90, like true 90s. So this is me trying to pick from the many cute full boxes. This full box says, all my clothes are covered in cat hair, which I think is very appropriate. And now we actually have a black cat, a white and orange cat, and a calico. So none of our clothes are safe. You know, the black cat is always going to want to lie in my white clothes. The orange and white cat's always going to want to lie in my dark clothes, and that'll be fun. So I realized that the cheetah stickers for the headers that were given specifically for the inside part of the planner and not for the sidebar. So I ended up taking that one off, and then I was trying to figure out where I could lay it, like what I could lay in its place, and I ended up using just the bows. I use the bows a lot, actually. Not a fan of the bows, but I don't like wasting stuff, so. So the ones I chose, I tried to choose the ones where they look the most like our cats. I did end up using two of the ones that do not look like our cats. That one laying down, we don't have a gray tabby, and we don't have like a second fatter gray tabby. But we do have a black cat and we do have an orange and white cat. So, but I loved the way that these full boxes came out. This was so cute. This was such a great item to pick up, and I'm so glad I did. And it worked so perfectly for this kit. You'd think I'd bought it on purpose. I really didn't. So I used the full frames, and then I was able to match the other two to them based on the the interior art, and it just looked so cute. It came out perfect. Wish I'd zoomed in a little on this video so you could see just how delicate the little cheetah features are, but it's really cute. Okay, so I decided to start with the verticals, and I didn't have a ton of stuff to put on the sidebar this week, so I ended up just doing all four of the trackers in every color, and then I put an extra full box down there, and then I ended up putting some deco in the lower left corner because I liked the way that it looked. And I definitely had enough stickers to fill it out. I just didn't want to add extra stuff. It was all that extra washi. Gosh, so much. I see this a lot on as add-ons for shops. People really love the solid washi. I'd be curious to know in the comments, do you pay extra for solid washi, and what do you do with it? Because I've never really understood the point of having it if you already have the other ones. Like, are you laying foil over it? What are you doing with it? I'm just really, really curious. So if anyone wants to answer that question in the comments, please do. So I put these glitter headers down and I did color block. So we have teal, lilac, gray, and pink. And then I repeated the teal, lilac, and gray again. And I put the cheetah foil over the glitter headers. So that doesn't usually work with patterned foil because the glitter headers are so busy, they don't really like show the patterns well. But for this particular pattern with the cheetah print, it did show up. So I was happy to see that that worked out. But I would say, I would recommend in general, if you know you have a printed foil header that you're going to put on the top, you're better off just putting just the foil header by itself with nothing underneath it, or having something solid, because the glitter usually like takes away from the design. It's just too much. And especially with these boxes where I had the frame and then I had headers on either side, it's just a lot. But anyway, so this week, just to preface this, so for those of you who did not watch my previous Plan With Me's, my husband and I adopted 3 beautiful cats, 2 kittens and a mama cat, and they had all been recovering from ringworm. So they've been sequestered in parts of our home, and I've been deeply sanitizing everything every day. So this is the first week of school where it's a full 5 days. We don't have students yet, thankfully, but students are about to start on the following Monday. So I have to organize schedules, get everything done, and I'm away from the cats all week. And unfortunately, my husband, who usually works from home, was working from a friend's house in Florida. So he was definitely still working, but he was just not in the house, which meant that I left them sequestered by themselves from about 6 in the morning until about 3:30 in the afternoon, or sometimes later. And they definitely had space to move around. I always left them food, water. They had everything they needed, but it wasn't like ideal. And so this was a very, very stressful week, just because it was like a lot of stuff happening in one week. It was just a lot. And it didn't help that the cats, it would have been so much easier if I could just let the cats run around, but they were recovering from surgery, so they needed to not be jumping, which is like a joke, because if you've ever had 13-week-old kittens in your house, saying, "Oh, you're not allowed to jump," is absurd. They want to jump and run and play everywhere, even in small spaces. You can't stop them from jumping. They're kittens, like they want to play. So I was hyper, thankfully when I was away and I had cameras on them the whole time, they slept, which is exactly what they were supposed to do. And then when I came home, they would kind of get more energetic and want to jump around and stuff. And so I would play with them then. But I was grateful that they acted like cats and actually slept for most of the day. So that was really good. So on Monday, I'm just marking that I put in, there were these work foils. So I used the headers to mark all the different hours that I was working. So I am an itinerant SLP, which means I work in different schools. I'm not just in one school all week. They changed my allotment at the very last minute, just 2 weeks prior to this week. Or no, it was 3 weeks. So basically, I was at a brand new school with brand new people. I didn't know anybody. I was lucky I knew where the school was because I'd been there once before to pick up a protocol from another SLP. But anyway, it was a really crazy time because I was trying to get everything set up. I had to meet everybody. I didn't know where anything was, and those schools are huge. So I was very overwhelmed. So on Monday, I had work from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. I had professional development training in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I had to take our cats to the vet because they've been at the animal shelter vet this whole time. So this was our personal vet who we love, who we had with Vinny. And thankfully, I mean, my husband could not have planned this better if he had intentionally tried, but our home is a 5-minute drive, literally 5 minutes, probably less than 5 minutes if nobody else is on the road. It's just like 2 buildings down from where we live. So they were in the car for like no time, and I was able to get them packed up in their carriers and then immediately sent off. So that worked out really, really well. And the vet, who was super nice, saw all 3 of them at once, gave them extra deworming boosters and made sure that everything was okay, checked them all out, weighed them. They had their preliminary examinations. Everything went really, really well. So that was really good. But again, these cats had just been through that whole process on Friday, just 2 days earlier. They were dealing with my husband not being there to give them extra attention. So they've been through a lot at this point already. I'd been through a lot at this point already. So I'm just going down there and I'm marking. And I actually end up moving that up a little bit. I got rid of that cat tree thing. And I moved that somewhere else. But I did bring some of my materials to school on Monday, and so then on Tuesday, I had a doctor's appointment early in the morning at 7 a.m. And then the doctor told me, okay, you need to start taking this medication, so you need to pick it up today. So I also had a separate like a teletherapy appointment at 5. So Tuesday was probably the worst day of the whole week. I started at my new school. I had to go to 2 different schools. I had to go to a doctor's appointment, and I had to go to a pharmacy, 2 pharmacies, because I accidentally sent the medication script to the wrong pharmacy. So I go to my regular pharmacy. They tell me it's not there. It's at a different place, but it hasn't come through yet because they're still waiting for authorization. I get to the pharmacy and they tell me that they still haven't gotten the authorization. And I'm like, but I'm supposed to start taking this right away. What do I do? So this woman who went out of her way to help me, she was so nice and so generous with her time, but she was very busy. She was clearly doing the job of like 4 people. I had to wait an additional 40 minutes to get this medication, and I had to pay for it out of pocket, which was not a big deal because it was not that expensive. But it meant that I did not really get home to start like doing anything until like 6:30, and I actually had like a meltdown when I got home. I started crying. I started banging my hand on the wall. It was bad. There was a rust stain on the kitchen island that appeared out of nowhere that I couldn't get out. I mean, it was bad. It was just a bad day. But all ended like everything got sorted out eventually. It was just one of those days where everything went wrong. So anyway, Wednesday I went to work. I had my annual physical, and I remembered sort of at the last minute, hey, you need to schedule your doctor's appointments because you're not going to be able to take them when you start working and you have to be somewhere at a certain time and you can't take off work. So I ended up going to an annual physical when I was not sick, and that worked really, really well. Okay, so on Thursday, my homeschool had an open house from 3:30 to 5, and so I knew I was going to be staying at work late that day. I fed the kitties in the morning, and I worked really hard to get my schedule organized. I had to clean the house, and I had to do some more safe schools training. I ended up speaking with my mentor, so, or rather, mentee. So this year, I'm mentoring someone who's new to our district, and that's been kind of fun. It's crazy because I feel new myself. Um, but yeah, so then on Friday, I decided to do a Starbucks run and I got an iced pumpkin spice latte. Don't judge me for getting it in end of August. If I'm going back to school, it's freaking fall, okay? Um, I had evaluation training in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I went to the library. I was basically running errands up and down all over the place. So I decided to use the run errand sticker um, at the bottom there. And then I did end up calling my mom. I was playing with kitties. I was just so relieved the week was over, and I decided to get McDonald's for dinner. So I ended up getting McDonald's, um, and that was kind of perfect. It was very, very unhealthy, but I did it. Um, and then I think I'm just looking for something to mark playing with the kitties. So Friday nights, Friday was kind of lonely because my husband was not here and I was by myself. Saturday morning, I used a sticker to mark feed the kitties, and then so I had to pick up this medication that was supposed to be shipped to my house, but I was trying to intercept it at the post office before it got routed to the wrong place. And in the car, I was able to reroute it, so that was really good. In the evening, not my coworkers, my neighbors had a Barbie birthday party, and so everyone went dressed up as Barbie. I had like pink sunglasses and a pink dress. I went without my husband, which was kind of a bummer, but it was still a lot of fun, and I'm really, really glad I went. There were crazy thunderstorms that night, and so I ended up having to run home. Um, on Sunday, I just cleaned all day. I did some planning. I watched a lot of Netflix and had McDonald's for dinner again for the second time. So that was very unhealthy of me, and I was really just splurging. But now I'm just adding some deco to fill in some of the white space, and I'm about done. So really excited to show you the full spread here. Okay, so here it is. Here's the finished product. It looks so good. I am really excited. Actually, I think I can put a couple more little things up here. Um, little kitty. Little kitty right there next to the August. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so here it is. I think it came out really well. I love the colors. I love all the foil. I think the foil kind of makes it shine literally and physically. But yeah, this was really fun to do, and I'm so excited that it's finished and that most of my stickers worked. I really did have a lot left over though, which is kind of wild because like I thought I was gonna use the majority of these. Like I ran out of room to put stuff, but I didn't even use all the flags. I barely touched this sheet. I barely touched this sheet. So like, and then I have all this cute deco. So this I'm gonna save to pair with another silver day, and then this I can use some of the deco for cat stuff, and then this is just like functional stuff. So really economical use of stickers, and I think it came out great. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye.